Companies spend millions of dollars on firewalls, encryption, and secure access devices, and it's money wasted because none of these measures address the weakest link in the security chain.
Imagine breaking into the Pentagon, Nokia, and Motorola, all from your bedroom phone, dodging the FBI for 5 years straight, becoming America's top fugitive before you even hit 32. No guns, no spies, just a kid with a modem and a knack for talking his way past guards. That's Kevin Mitnick, the hacker who turned the 1990s into his personal cat-and-mouse game. How did a curious teen from Los Angeles outsmart the feds, steal software secrets, and rewrite his life from a jail cell to a security guru? Today we're unpacking the full story, from his first phone freak days to the dramatic FBI raid, and finally his comeback. Welcome to the legend of the most wanted hacker. Hit that subscribe button and let's dial in. Kevin Mitnick was born on August 6, 1963 in Van Nuys, California, a suburb of Los Angeles where dreams felt close but out of reach. His childhood? Pretty normal. Divorced parents, a mom working as a waitress, a stepdad running a small business. Kevin was smart, pulled B's in school, but he got bored fast. At 12, everything changed. He stumbled into a Radio Shack manual on phone phreaking. That was the underground art of hacking telephone systems to make free calls. Back then, phones were the internet of their time. Crack the system and suddenly you could talk to anyone in the world for free. Kevin got his hands on a toy whistle from a Cap'n Crunch cereal box. It just happened to mimic a 2,600 hertz tone, the magic signal that told phone switches to reroute calls. Suddenly the world was open. No big master plan, just fun. Kevin and a friend named Steve started exploring networks like kids sneaking into locked candy stores. They'd prank operators, reroute lines, and call overseas numbers just because they could. But Kevin wasn't just curious. He was persuasive. By high school, he was already pulling off what we now call social engineering. He'd call operators pretending to be a phone company employee, or act like a repair tech who forgot his badge, and they'd give him the keys to entire systems. At 17, Kevin got his first computer, a TRS-80. He taught himself BASIC, no formal classes, no mentor, just trial and error. He even cracked into his school's computer systems, mostly as a joke. Later he'd say it wasn't about grades or money, it was about the thrill. In 1981, Kevin met Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak at a hackers meetup. Woz saw the spark in this kid. Kevin wasn't stealing cash, he was chasing puzzles. But curiosity can be dangerous fuel. By the early 1980s, Kevin was breaking into Pacific Bell phone systems. He erased logs, rerouted lines, even caused outages. Law enforcement called it mischief. Kevin called it curiosity. He was caught and sentenced to probation, but instead of stopping, it lit a fire. The 1980s were a playground for Kevin Mitnick, working odd jobs, pizza delivery, basic IT gigs. He hacked for sport, for bragging rights. In 1984, he made a bold move, cracking ARPANET, the US government's early internet. Imagine a teenager sneaking into the Pentagon's digital front door. He didn't destroy anything. He copied software, studied it, treated it like a textbook. But to authorities, this was serious. It showed how fragile their secure systems really were. That same year, Digital Equipment Corporation accused him of stealing source code. Kevin fled and erased his tracks, but he couldn't stay hidden forever. By the late 1980s, Kevin was unstoppable. He teamed up with another hacker, Len Kretschmann, and turned his attention to cell phones. Their targets were Nokia and Motorola, the pioneers of mobile tech. Kevin learned how to clone cell phones. If you clone someone's number, your calls billed to them. To corporations, it was a nightmare. Ghost calls costing millions. To Kevin, it was just another puzzle. He even walked into secure buildings using pure charm. "Forgot my badge," he'd tell security guards, or pose as an executive. He left with floppy disks containing software worth millions. One prize was source code for Motorola's early commercial cell phones. To Kevin, it wasn't about selling secrets. He studied them to understand how the world's most advanced systems worked. The government saw it differently. Companies claimed millions in damages. By 1992, Kevin was back inside Pacific Bell Systems. This time, not for fun, but to track the FBI agents hunting him. He wiretapped their phones, listened in on their strategies, and he left taunting voicemails. "You can't catch me." The FBI was furious. They put him on their most wanted list, offering a reward of $1 million. This wasn't a teenager pulling pranks anymore. Kevin was now America's digital outlaw. For 2.5 years, Kevin played a high-stakes game of cat and mouse with the FBI. He went on the run, Los Angeles to Seattle, Denver to Raleigh. He crashed on couches, used fake IDs, and lived like a ghost. He hacked from payphones and libraries, bouncing signals through international relays. Each call was a maze designed to waste the Fed's time. Agents raided friends' homes, wiretapped lines, even tried tracing payphones. Kevin always stayed a step ahead. In 1994, he picked the wrong target. He hacked Tsutomu Shimomura, a world-class security expert. Kevin stole his files, including sensitive encryption software. Shimomura was furious. And unlike the FBI, he had both the skills and the personal motivation to track Kevin down. What followed was part investigation, part hacker duel. Kevin taunted Shimomura with messages like, "My kung fu is stronger." Shimomura traced his calls, narrowing the net. The media went wild. Headlines called Kevin the most wanted hacker in America. Stories claimed he could whistle into a phone and launch nuclear missiles. Prosecutors painted him as a cyber supervillain. In reality, Kevin wasn't selling secrets or committing espionage. He hacked for the challenge. But perception matters, and the FBI wanted to make an example out of him. Christmas, 1994. Shimomura tracked Kevin to Raleigh, North Carolina. Kevin knew they were closing in. He hacked Sprint to monitor his own phone line, checking for surveillance. But the walls were closing in. On February 15, 1995, federal agents, guided by Shimomura's data, raided Kevin's apartment. He surrendered peacefully. No fight, no Hollywood chase. Just a quiet, "It's over." Kevin Mitnick was charged with 14 felonies. He faced decades behind bars, but his story wasn't finished. From 1995 to 2000, Kevin Mitnick lived behind bars, much of it in solitary confinement. Prosecutors argued he was too dangerous for normal prison. They claimed absurdly that if Kevin got access to a payphone, he could start World War III. He wasn't allowed computers, not even phones, just books. Solitary confinement is brutal. 23 hours a day alone, 1 hour to walk in circles. Kevin battled depression. He lost weight. He read voraciously. He began writing about social engineering, the art of tricking people, not machines. Those notes became his first book, The Art of Deception. When he finally walked free in 2000, he faced strict parole rules. No internet, no cell phone, no tech for 3 years. But Kevin wasn't done. By 2003, he flipped his story. He founded Mitnick Security Consulting, helping Fortune 500 companies and governments strengthen their defenses. The kid who once mocked the FBI now taught corporations how to defend against people like his younger self. He became a best-selling author. His memoir, Ghost in the Wires, read like a thriller and turned him into a keynote speaker. Hollywood made movies about his life. He went from fugitive to folk hero. By the 2010s, Kevin was a respected voice in cybersecurity. He showed that the weakest part of any system isn't the machine, it's the human being operating it. In 2023, Kevin Mitnick passed away from pancreatic cancer at the age of 59. But his legacy is everywhere. Stronger passwords, better training. The idea that hackers aren't always villains. They're explorers, sometimes forced to learn lessons the hard way. Kevin Mitnick's story isn't just about hacking computers. It's about hacking trust. He proved that one modem, one curious mind, could shake governments, terrify corporations, and rewrite the rules of the digital age. From fugitive to consultant, from outlaw to legend. So was Kevin Mitnick a criminal, a genius, or both? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if this story hooked you, smash that like, subscribe for more hacker legends, and stay tuned. Until next time, stay safe. Peace out.